Hey Bruins, and welcome back to episode 7 of the BruinCast. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Ben.
And this week, we have on Miss Doubek.
Woohoo!
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Wednesday, just going through the week.
That's right.
So before we get started, do you want to introduce who you are, kind of what you teach here?
Absolutely. So my name is Erin Doubek, and I teach government this year and AP government.
Nice. And so at your time, have you taught at Pondo your whole career then, or have you?
No.
Okay.
So yes, I did. My first year teaching was at Union Mine, and then I did 18 years at Oak Ridge and 2 years here at Pondo. This is my second year. So yeah, excited to be here.
Have you always taught Gov, or have you taught other subjects previously?
I've taught, I've taught econ, and I've taught U.S. history, world history, so I've taught a lot of the classes in social science.
What's been your favorite that you've taught?
Oh, I really do like Gov. I think Gov is really fun, and it's always changing, and I like to update my curriculum, and you have to do that with Gov. So yeah, and I love working with seniors like you two. I'm so lucky. I've got both of you in my AP Gov class, so I'm super lucky.
It's been a blast so far.
Yeah,
First
good.
AP class of high school. So.
And you're doing awesome.
I'm trying.
So 2 weeks ago we had on Mr. Beatty, and one of the things we talked, or not Mr. Beatty, last week we had Mr. Thomas. I'm sorry. And so with Mr. Thomas, we talked about AP classes and the difference between that and regular classes.
Oh yeah.
So with Gov, you teaching both, what's the biggest differences between how you structure both classes?
I would say the assessment is really different. So in the college prep class, it's more project based. For AP, I've got to get you guys ready for the exam. So I think there's way more emphasis in the AP class on, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Way more emphasis on testing in AP Gov. So we're doing quizzes all the time, and we definitely go into more depth in the AP class. And I don't know if you guys love, but I love that we read Federalist papers and look at, court decisions and things like that. So the reading level's higher. I don't know. I think it's a cool opportunity for you guys in AP as well.
The court cases are definitely different, but very fun.
Good.
Well, it's cool too, because this class, at Pondo, all classes are good classes.
Yeah.
Some feel more relevant than others.
Sure.
This class feels extremely relevant.
Absolutely.
To everyone that takes it.
It's going on right around you. So yeah. I usually don't have trouble with buy-in because people feel it immediately. So yeah.
So having taught, so you said you taught world history, U.S. history, Gov.
Yes.
All the histories.
Yeah.
Really having also taught here at different schools also, I know Pondo, you don't do history the first year, then you go into world history, then US, then Gov Econ.
Yes.
Do you think it's a good structure doing it that way, or what do you think the ideal way for a student to learn history would be?
Probably. I think sometimes world history is hard for sophomores because it doesn't feel quite as relevant. You're talking about things that are not connected necessarily at the outset to their lives. But I think that's why in world history, you've got to make sure to do a good job of showing kids the relevance and bringing, having those projects come back to their lives and the current world. But I think so. I guess I just wish world history was more of a true world history class, because it really, the state standards, they definitely outline what we should be teaching, and it's more of a Western Civ class. So I wish we got to get into some of the other regions of the world more, instead of just we're pretty stuck in Europe for most of the curriculum. So
talking about state standards, this is something I'm genuinely uneducated on.
Yeah.
Do other states that you know of have different standards that are more world orientated? or is it mostly in the U.S.?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I know, so every state is going to have, like most states, not all, but most states have adopted Common Core curriculum, but Common Core is more skill-based. So it's like writing and speaking and making arguments, versus our content, we have different standards based on the state, and so your state legislatures make that make the standards and look at that. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's like an AP Euro class, and our AP World class is much more, outside of Europe, so I'm glad that we teach that version of AP World. But so I'm not too sure on how other states do it.
Okay.
I know Texas hasn't adopted Common Core, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah. So I know you don't have to, but sorry, we're getting into like terminology here. But yeah, with federalism, right? The federal government can't dictate that you adopt the Common Core standards, but they can encourage it through federal dollars. So yeah,
it's a great review for seniors and a great preview for everyone.
There we go.
So sounds like you've been teaching for a hot minute.
Yep.
Backing up, how did you get into teaching? Like, how did you find that was your passion or what you wanted to do?
Oh, I can't remember a time where I didn't want to be a teacher. I was definitely one of those kids. I would line up my dolls, and yeah, we would do that. I've got this little framed piece of writing from 3rd grade that's talking about how I want to be a teacher and I said it because I like grading and writing on the chalkboard. So, so I have always, I come from a family of teachers, and I don't know, I just always wanted to do this. I've always loved working with kids. So, it's a good fit for me. So
that's cool. I think you're the first, so we haven't asked that question to every teacher, but of the teachers we've asked that to, like everyone's kind of talked about kind of initially wanting to do a different thing and then finding their way into it.
Yeah.
That's cool that from the get-go, that's kind of...
Yeah, I know. It is funny because I knew always I wanted to get into teaching, but it wasn't until my junior year of high school when I took U.S. history that I just fell in love with history. And I'm like, this is my subject area. So
I love that.
Yeah.
So
lots of different perspectives that we've got.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so cool. Every teacher here is kind of different, like in an awesome way. Like how so that's cool.
And can I say, huge friend of the pod. I think you guys need merch, and we could do. I listened to all of them leading up to it because I like, what are we gonna do? So yeah, they are great.
Well, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Merch, we gotta get some t-shirts, some
get
hats.
Get some t-shirts,
that'd be fun.
A little badge, get me
right?
into places
Sticker,
I'm not
water
supposed
bottle
to be.
stickers. There we go.
Yeah. So like outside of school, then, do you have any kind of personal hobbies?
Oh gosh, I feel like I have less now than I once had, just because my kids keep me so busy. But is my kids laughing in the background? I do love true crime. I'm a true crime junkie. I have watched probably everything that's on Netflix and HBO that's true crime. I love to read. I do love hiking. I love, I really enjoy like going and watching my kids do their sports and different things. So that's been fun. It's been a new season of my life for that. So
it's funny. I think every teacher that I've been on an episode for has mentioned true crime.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you have like a favorite type of true crime, like a favorite sort of subgenre within?
No, I love it all. I love podcasts. I love series. I love it. And I've thought about this, 'cause like, why do I love true crime so much? Like, is it just like at least that's not what my life is, but.
Yeah. I kind of always fun seeing, not fun, but interesting seeing what other people like, that could happen to me, like what?
Right, yes, yeah, so love it.
I think I mentioned this with Mr. Beatty. A lot of people like true crime, but they feel kind of ashamed of it.
Right.
Like
gosh, that's so true. Yeah, like something is wrong with you if you really like all the gore and the, these awful things that happen. But yeah.
I think I related it back to history. Like, looking back, if you're like studying like a world war or something, like example World War II, and you're really interested in that, it doesn't have the same kind of taboo that true crime does, because you're just like studying a real, either way you're studying a real thing that happened, but it just doesn't have that same negative connotation.
Yeah.
And I find that so weird, because they're so similar. Like, at the end of the day, you're studying something that someone really messed up did.
Right. And that might, because I love history so much, that might be why I love true crime too, because you're learning about the background, you're learning the why things happen, and you're learning about people's childhoods, and so I think that, and I love psychology too, and so there's probably a connection there. So yeah,
being a history teacher, I think it's a pretty safe bet. You know a lot about history and government to teach it. So when you just look at current events, or when you're watching stuff, do you apply your knowledge of the government? Do you constantly sort of think about how that relates to that was a poorly phrased question.
No, I'm always kind of looking at it through the lens of what can I use in my classroom.
Okay.
Always, different articles that I'm reading, or the way things are framed. Absolutely. Whenever I watch things, I'm thinking, is this something that I could bring in? Would this be interesting for kids? So, yeah, absolutely.
I've got an interesting question. What's your favorite court case to teach?
Ooh, Morse v. Frederick. That was the one we did last class period. I love that one. I
don't know if I can say it. Was that the Bonk for Jesus?
That's the Bonk Hits for Jesus one. Yes. I just, there's so many layers to it, and I think it's interesting because it's like a student speech case, and yeah, that is definitely, and it's kind of, I went to a conference last year, and that was one of the questions that one of the presenters asked us, and that was by far the most popular court case. All the teachers, we love teaching that case. So
just hearing a Supreme Court justice say bongs
oh
for
gosh,
Jesus.
Yeah, nothing is better. I didn't have time. Maybe I'll do it on the next class period. But listening to Ruth Bader Ginsburg talking about bongs, it's hilarious.
So part of the nature of Gov is that a normal class, you'd take it for a full year.
Yeah.
And Gov, students take that for half a year and then go to econ the other half.
Yep.
So what's from a teacher's perspective, what's the biggest challenge doing it that way versus, or any advantages?
Hands down, getting names down.
Okay, yeah.
That is, and especially too, so this year, all 5 sections are semester classes. So I have double the names that I would normally have to put in my brain. Yeah. And so I think that is the most challenging piece. And then it's hard too, because I feel like, I don't know, end of November, that's when your class is really gelling and you feel like you're really getting to know kids. And yeah, for you guys then to go, I'm like, yeah, I wish I could keep you longer. And I kind of feel a little protective of you guys and just oh, and I don't want to get to know new kids, but then I get them and I love it. So yeah, so I think just the number of students, and I miss having the course of the year where you can develop closer relationships. So that would be my biggest challenge for sure.
You said one of your favorite parts about being a teacher is working with the students. So I guess building a relationship, but then not having the full time to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is. It is. It's definitely, that's a challenge. I would say that's the downside of teaching government is not being able. I feel like I am. Last year I taught sophomores. I felt like I was closer with my sophomores because we were together all year. So
did you teach World last year?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yep. I know this is my first year. I've taught for 21 years now. This is the first year I haven't taught world history. So yeah, no sophomores.
Do you think you'll ever want to go back to doing that or U.S. history, or kind of stay with Gov?
Yeah, no, I would definitely. I don't know. I've got to mix things up.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I love to create. And so I feel like when you get those new classes, it just gives you that opportunity. You have to create new things. So, yeah.
So in that case, like, are there any other electives or kind of clubs that you would want to take over, maybe, to kind of have a totally new thing in your...
Yeah, my husband teaches at Oak Ridge, and he is also history, and he teaches AP psychology.
Ooh, yeah.
And I am really interested in that class also. I think that would be cool to bring like just another AP opportunity also. And I think that would be really neat.
AP Psych.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Definitely into the psychology.
Yes. And he has a really fun time teaching that course. That's been like his favorite course that he's taught. So I'm thinking that might be fun to try to bring the
Sociology
combo.
was one of my favorite classes.
Yeah,
so.
was it?
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to take psychology with it. I just took the
Because you did that,
sociology.
and that was second semester,
Yeah.
is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. So with psychology, then, is that something you've always been interested in, or did you kind of really find that interest like in like a college setting or in like a high school?
Probably just, I don't know, my adult life.
Okay, yeah.
And like, just learning. I've probably become more interested in it, learning more about myself.
Okay.
You
so,
know,
yeah,
and as I've gotten older and, learning about why I do certain things the way I do. And so, I think it's interesting. And just being in, working with kids, I think it's so interesting to look at, brain development and, why we all are doing the things that we do. And, I think that the research is really interesting.
Have you ever heard of Maslow's pyramid?
No, tell me.
I just learned about it recently. It's like,
Okay.
So this guy Maslow, he has like a theory that in life you have like, it's called his pyramid of needs.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
It's like, you have different hierarchies.
Yes, the hierarchy of needs, yeah. And that's, I had this concept that if you're not having those lower need met, you
Right.
cannot move up to those higher needs that you can pursue. So, which I definitely agree with. If we don't feel like basic security, it's hard for us to be learning, AP psychology or something. Yeah, it makes it challenging. So, yeah.
So you're also into literature, you said. Like, any favorite genres or types of books, or just books at all?
Oh, man. I usually do a search for Oprah's book club. So I like fiction. I don't really like reading nonfiction because I
Okay.
just feel like it's more, I don't know, it feels like homework to me or something. So I do love reading fiction, and I'm on Goodreads. I see what my friends have, rated high, and then I just go find those books. But yeah, I love, just is nice to end the day with a good book. So.
Have you by chance read Project Hail Mary?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
So I'll put that in my Goodreads.
Great.
Okay.
Sci-fi, everything's sci-fi.
I love this. Actually, Chase Toby gave me, is it House of Leaves? So that's the one I'm just starting.
Okay.
But yeah, a little sci-fi there.
So do you have Chase in like a Gov class?
I do.
Oh,
Yep.
that's cool.
Yep. So I know. He's like, you have to read this. So I'm just getting started on that.
So,
Yeah.
So in the background, we have your daughter on a...
Yes, we do. My little sidekick.
Do you want to welcome her to the pod?
Absolutely. Here, come on. Scoot on up. You silly. What's your name?
Oh.
Here, come sit down. Yeah, you have to get close to the mic. There you go.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty good. Yeah. Want to introduce yourself to the podcast?
I'm Lila,
And what grade are you in?
9.
Ninth, yep.
So I'm really curious, like, having your mom be a teacher.
Ooh.
Like, what's the dynamic like? I just never, because my parents, obviously aren't teachers. Yours,
Right.
Mine are not.
Curious,
Yeah.
Used to be.
Oh, they
My mom
do?
used to teach kindergarten.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Very cool. So how is it having me on campus? Do you like it? or not?
Uh, so.
So.
I like it when I can just get snacks in here or relax.
On the snack room. Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. Is it ever embarrassing?
No.
Oh my gosh, there's my mom. Well, that's good.
Why did you think Grandma was embarrassing?
No, I asked if I was ever embarrassing.
Oh.
Yeah. No? That's good.
Maybe if you embarrass me in front of a friend.
Okay. I'll try to avoid that. I should go to a dance and like get out in the
Ooh.
middle of the dance floor.
That's cool that her classroom's like a safe place for you to come. Like, that's neat. Grab some snacks, all
I'm
that.
gonna steal all the snacks.
I know, you do. Yep.
What type of snacks do you have?
Oh man, what don't I have? We've got granola bars, we've got shakes, we've
You
got.
don't have any of the chocolates anymore.
No, I'll have to restock chocolates. Yeah. No, and people find out that I have snacks. And so I have like a snack basket in the back of the classroom.
Just do what Mr. Mason does and start selling them.
Oh, that's a good
He's got
idea.
like a whole like shop set up.
Okay, I'm
Sell
looking.
snacks?
I'm
Yeah.
looking for a side gig. So yeah, there we go.
But Mr. Mason might come out. Ooh, what if you team up with Mr. Mason?
We could do that.
Like,
Some
a training.
Do it.
Competitive market.
Do it.
I know. Cafeteria might have a problem.
Do it.
Well, I'm not sure if there's anything else you want to talk about really, but
No, I think
yeah.
it's interesting being in your class. I mean, I love being in AP now. Like,
Absolutely.
I totally should have. I was talking with Mr. Thomas last episode, but I totally should have taken more APs earlier because I love
Yeah.
it. This is probably my favorite class I'm taking this year.
Nice, excellent. Well, that's good to hear. Thanks for filling my bucket.
It really has been super fun.
Good. And that is something that I would just want to make sure is that, you know, for the AP Gov class is that, you know, anyone who's interested could, if they're willing to put in the time, you know, that they should definitely sign up. So it's a fun class.
And normally we ask teachers if they want to make a pitch. You already made one. That's
Pitch
perfect.
done.
That's cool.
So yeah, try AP Gov. It's really fun.
Thanks for listening and hope you enjoyed.
This is Ben and Kyle signing off.
Be good, do good, and have a great week.